Welcome to the Packaging Technology Today Thought Leader interview series. As automation transforms packaging operations, many companies are finding it harder to hire and retain the skilled talent they need to remain competitive. In this episode, we're exploring how the right strategic partner can help close the automation skills gap. I'm Vicki Castori, editor of Packaging Technology Today, and I'm here with Devin Boring, Regal Rexnord's area account manager. Devin, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to hear what you have to say. So, to start, can you share some insights about the skill gaps that manufacturers are facing in general?
Yeah, definitely. And that's a good question that we see across the board. For me, what I'm seeing across my territory in North Carolina is that manufacturers are investing in new technologies, but they're struggling to find the right people with certain skill sets to run and maintain them. And that's across the board. It's not about filling roles, and it's about really finding the right people who understand the processes and controls, especially with the changing of the guard currently going on and losing the tribal knowledge. Now, tribal knowledge is people who've been there for years and years and years that understand how the machines operate or how current processes are done. We're losing that tribal knowledge, and the changing of the guard is going on. And what we try to do at Regal Rexnord is help customers implement solutions that are intuitive and easier to support, so they're not relying on a handful of specialists to come in to help them keep things moving.
So, can automation actually add complexity instead of eliminating it in your experience?
Yeah, automation could definitely add complexity to customers' operations. If their automation is layered on, just piled on without any clear directive or action plan, it may not integrate well into their existing systems. And it actually will slow things down, which will cost more money on the end. That's why we focus on helping customers take a step back, take a deep breath, and look at the bigger picture. The goal isn't just to automate everything possible; it's to simplify and improve reliability. Sometimes that means starting really small. It could be a small project and scaling up from there. And when it makes sense, we'll bring in tools and experts that we have, like our Perceptive group, to help monitor equipment health and reduce the question mark around maintenance.
So, that brings up an interesting point from one of your white papers that I was reading, to prepare for our conversation.
Mhm.
So, why is supplier consolidation a smart move in today's environment?
Yeah, consolidation is a big thing with today's environment, with all the supply chain challenges that are happening every day. It's a constantly changing and evolving concept going on in today's world. And with the labor constraints, supplying your supplier base can make a huge impact in your operations. It reduces lead times, improves consistency, and builds bigger relationships with your suppliers. And it gives you more leverage when it comes to service and support. We at Regal Rexnord, with the big company we are now, we can support you in all facets. Now, with our huge amount of products, they can get from their products in one area, one supplier, and they can use one person to help them out with their needs. That helps them stay focused on production instead of chasing down parts while managing multiple different suppliers.
And then going back to the skills gap, in how do you help companies uncover and identify and close their skills gaps?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I do that day in and day out with my current role and my current capacities, all in North Carolina. And for me, it really starts at the initial introduction, understanding, listening to the customer and what's going on and what are their pain points and problems. I spend a lot of time on site talking with the maintenance teams, talking with the production teams, talking with the reliability teams to really understand where their pain points are, what's causing them headaches. Sometimes it's a training issue. Sometimes it's a big old question mark on what's happening, going on with their equipment. They could be, newer. They can be green. They could have never worked on this type of equipment before. And that's where we at Regal Rexnord could come in, help them, whether it's recommending more user-friendly solutions or introducing tools or training that gives the customers better insights and better ways to understand what's going on with their equipment. For example, with Perceptive, we can help our customers monitor their critical assets remotely, which takes some of the pressure off their in-house teams and helps them stay ahead of their issues.
All helpful. So, which automation solutions would you say are the most impactful for a packaging operation, which is where our readers, generally are focusing?
Yeah. And packaging operations for them, it's all about uptime, consistency, and efficiency. The most impactful solutions the customers can find are the ones that help them with unplanned downtime and improve output. We've seen success with integrated dry systems across all of our lines that we have in our gearing lines, and condition monitoring, like our Perceptive. That tools help our customers catch their issues early on, and it keeps their lines running smoothly. It's also not always about the flashiest and newest and all the latest tech that's coming out. It's about what delivers real measurable results and that make a difference for them.
That's a good point. And you touched on operating data. And
Mhm.
how can businesses use their operating data to make the most of their existing workforce?
Yeah, for me, like for Perceptive, when you could see how your equipment is performing in real time, real actionable time is important. Actionable data, actionable time. You could prioritize maintenance, avoid unnecessary downtime, which costs everyone a lot of money and headaches, and make really educated and informed decisions. That's where tools, like I said, Perceptive, they can help turn their raw data, what they have going on in their equipment, into actionable insights. It's not removing people off the floor. It's about giving your team the right tools to be more effective to catch their problems early on.
And do you have any other advice, Devin, to help businesses navigate the shift to automation from a manual operation?
Yeah, for any type of customers and any type of industry, when it comes to paper mills or whatever, all across the industry, the advice I give to my customers, and I like to be what I call a technical advisor. I want to be there to help them up through all the processes. And where I start is, let's start with a clear goal. I want to start here. I want to finish here. Let's create a roadmap. Do not try to invent the wheel right away. Focus on one area where you can make a real impact and see a real impact that's backed up by actionable results. Whether it's reducing downtime, improving safety, or increasing your output, make sure you partner with the right supplier that understands your business, your needs, and can fully support you from start to finish, like we can at Regal Rexnord with the vast variety of products and specialists we have at our company.
Well, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me, Devin. This has been a very insightful conversation, and I'm sure that our listeners are going to appreciate like the advice you've shared.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it. These are great questions, and glad to see the finished result.
Thank you. You've been listening to Devin Boring with Regal Rexnord. You'll find links to additional resources from Regal Rexnord in the YouTube description, or go to packagingtechtoday.com/videos. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.